Abusia ma memma o akwaba na ye ntwetwe nkomo. Ye ntwetwe nkomo ewo afidie so. Happy Sunday to you all. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you all. Happy Sunday to you all. When you ba no abomodi ana wa share video na mame. Yeah, me use two different and friends saying, gadgets and I'm be streaming a year live back on a YouTube, back on Facebook, it may be quiet, you know. When you ba na eja, when you to boasia na waiting command, you would ye. And Roberta is saying, would you when you were Dubai? When they were fast, me sure some way. Kukumlim lip the year beauty queen, Roberta Omari. Jikanza airshare me with YouTube. Abusia, yeah, the trim combo. And then a Sunday. Happy Sunday to us all. Happy Sunday to us all. On Sundays, as you know, I bring you the word of God. I bring you the word. I bring you inspirational message. I bring you message that will help us the week ahead. Tunyaba, just sit down. I hope so there is no noise. I hope so you can hear me loud and clear. Tunyaba to wash in it. So far so good. So far so good. Freedom Fighters is still on. So far so good. Things are moving on all right. And won komo kakra ewo na enkomo na me no ewo die no efa yenua ba bi I see a friend Rashida. Yes, Rashida. Ebenezer Minia Akwaba. Na ababa wa yesi oni osofu bi omo friend no say Prophet Elisha as a Pastor Elisha. Omo edi empemu agro. Eunice na quality ten. Happy Sunday. Unyaba na share video. Now, when you share the video, make sure you return and listen to the gospel according to Dr. Ren to you as we prepare for the week ahead. Now, according to a story, nature say Ababa one and a soft one. Omari woman, Omedi woman, Omaji womani, a wompem. Ama abeto abonting, and a lot of people are, adding their voices to it. As usual, Ghana is a country which is opinionated, made up of men that speaks their mind. So we are opinionated people. Now, Ababa wana assembly nyina say or the beto abontin say wo hia mmoa. Now, person okusua a friend is ensando dwuma. Enti abusuafo mmoa no Ghana fo mmoa no ntimi nkosua a friend is ensando dwuma no otimi bia de aye adwuma ahwe ne ba a wawo no na odi bi nso ahwe ne ho ene na abusua. Na say ekoba say osofo no contacting no. Now contacting no mkohia wo hotel ana oni osofo yi eja wo mo wie wo mo ho kama epepa wo ma no ho. Na sebi omunya omu feelings wa bond ewo hotel wo wie na eho asem aba abonti ede anti ana aba abonti a amanfo eka bi because nka we die oba ne bema ekohiem wo hotel a nkanya story enya news we nkanya news. But the reason why I manage news ne say baako osofo baako Rashida, young Ghanaian. Now Rashida no de ye nyina yenim Rashida no the story sebio ediewu ensem ye mayete Rashida edin Ghana for media lazy empire dwuma papa bi enye empre sebio new a friend is saying news ebebo man tumpo no e ma ye make sure say Rashida ebeye a friend is saying so called celebrity adenya sebio na deja abeto abontin an once na enam so te sebi yeton momoni anako obi sebio ewo market. Inti Rashida beji din all because na deja beto abontin an once na enam so aho no we ni e prapra once na it will be very popular ewo Ghana ama manfo statistics eja womo ebo ni dini up and down interview no na eja wojini din. We live in a society where bad news trend. We live in a world where today the negative news spread very very fast, especially when you talk about sex. They say sex sells. People will always go after it. Now, these are the two conversations I'm a person we are having based on video no about one. Mesha Sefri Ababa Wana, your friend Rashida. What do you say? Mesha Sefri Ababa Wana, your friend Rashida. No, dog. This same man has been doing this for over 2 decades. My best friend in London used to go to a friend is in the church. Okay. Goes to his church. Now, Rashida Diana Mefan Enie. Matisa Amanfo because so Rashida ya kwada boni na so pe adwuma so oye osuansa no dwuma and inti Rashida a very bad girl Amanfo aboa no sika no de den. You see in life ubetumi anya obi amana aboa first time ubetumi anya business first time the business may not end well. You may go second, you may go third. The most important thing is that Rashida no still wants to work. The most important, they said, Rashida wants to do something. The most important, they said, Rashida has come out and she's asking for help. So if somebody is asking for help, what society will help the person for the person so between achieve a dream. What you see, any the reason why ya or Bible will be for help. Now, this pastor called Prophet Elisha, to me, onye pastor. To me, Dr. Ren onye pastor. To me, he's a crook. Because of a human nihontino. Sebiu. What taking advantage of a human anyhow. And then who adjoin a year the easier way out to make money in Ghana and elsewhere in Africa. If you want to make quick money in Ghana or Africa, you have to join this profession. You either be a pastor or you are a politician. Nina PPP and a chance here. Be a pastor or prophet or a politician. And so this particular man of God ought to know better. Ought to know better, says Sebiu. I am what? A model. I am a role model to society. Because after all, the man that I represent and I preach about, your friend of Christ, when you are jantra for the nanti, the kotian, sorry. When you are shawo for the nanti, one fa a shawo nibi and kwashe dem so udino. If you are a pastor and somebody comes to you, say oyamwa, you don't take advantage of the person. So those of you who are saying, so pastor, you are getting things wrong. You are getting it wrong because pastor ne juma na awoye no. A juma na awoye no. A friend is saying, a friend is saying, guidelines won. A juma na pastor ne here no. Ye wo mrada ho. I say police ni. Or ye na juma ye wo mrada ho. Sojeni ye na juma or ye wo mrada ho. Wa wo twika a ye Uber driver we juma no mrada ho. It is one respected emra no a. Why really yeah, but free we juma. And that is exactly what the pastor akwakoye. Sebiu. Unim sebiu. Untimi nanti ojemu a oja enhyew ade na wo nanti jem. So before me the young girl Rashida Sebiu is a failed society and amenya obi ti say yenya emma bi ti say Rashida because our society our system a failed system. Enye failed system and katama the asembeto abontin first and the society, the system would have helped Rashida from that time. But then I'm saying a failed society and a failed state in Timi Yamwa and Famwa Rashida. Now somebody will ask, say Rashida, ne papa ne mame wahin. Sebiu, minu me no wa bruchri ye wa manone. Amanone no ye wa kora na ondi 18 plus or ye automatically the property of the state. In the time at the age of 14 or so, na Rashida ade jabeto abonten na ne nneɛma bi a wɔyɛ ɛhɔ ɛna na ɛsɛ nka the state apparatus no, the system no ɛsɛ nka ɔmo step in to take the girl sebio no mahwɛ no ama na ba bɛyɛ a well-behaved human being or a blessing to the mother Ghana. What do you say? It is Rashida the other day. I will not waste much time and talk about Rashida. I won't waste much time. Or you me about me didn't be seen change. Send him a chill which Sebio, the system has failed her. She could have done better for herself. She could have, be smarter. But you see, in a failed system, when you don't get somebody to give you direction, you become Sebio, your own direction. And if you don't take time, men who are wicked like Prophet Elisha will come in and take advantage of you. And no, they are same way about this. Maybe your way. Now, Prophet Elisha, I'm saying JP and a year pastor a year fire uja or share commit a year and control. Now, and the Siababenya will be so and also friend or prophet a year a friend is saying Elisha. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in Tiasen way, young far quadrant, who is a Christian? Obia or say or fatun who say, and near my Yesu Christo by obey was as so, and no bin was so obey. It is Sebio. So say I don't obey the Yesu Christo and Namon and wood too. It is a wound mean 2 years to Christo and Namon one. Sebio, what do you entire dear no title no to form? No one be able to say CCAD, we and Cramoni would me worry you be and night in room, and any problem be what you see. And Sebio, who as a pastor, Nasa oba young girl, Abba Bontene said, me per Juma ye, me person me go and Juma. And Sebio society mboame. Ye ni platforms in T and Waba Bontinia, or you sue a social media platform to ask for help. In the social media platform now, Rashida AU, Senkayen, what platform or what? And Rashida will be directed to the platforms to say, oh, Abrucha. Say, Akora Yamwa, or back the platform, this say a friend is saying, social welfare, or back platform, to say, jobs, a friend say, job centers to make sure that she gets the help from those platforms. Chair Trudin, chair Jataba. Na TNE. Any platform ni binti, wababon tini. Use social media platform to ask for money. TME. Now, your social media platforms, and no, eboa. And unti ana baba on what GDA or Kojina so. So, Sir will be a bit me and one amananya in San Juma. Or software wouldn't de. Or software wouldn't no Korano say. So, be bad on things who are pemoa yen take advantage. I will nipa chrono hono. Ufra baba we and I want to share Unkushiano hotel or software. Now, hotel, I want I am one free bar. Or software, Utimu soon, Utimu deni, we wicked pastor. Because when you wicked pastor and evil pastor, you would have known, say, a baba one came out, says Sebio, or pensano, Juman, or ya boaf, or manabuano. One casu or pet Sebio, obi obedino. One casu ya, or diffo, I obedino and operiane anaju. And unti Sebio, yamboa. And one hour yanti. Ana Sebio, a yesika semwa, or they quack a juma. NCNT and one who can say Yensha hotel now dimmy a mamisika. Na minesika ni biha, media kosia juma. Or so for you wicked and you are evil. And you see, that is the reason why Yemubino, as a freedom fighter, Yemubino, Yakase, we should start introducing new laws in our country that will fight against these evil men who hide behind Christianity and religion and take advantage of the vulnerable in our society. And you see, because you see any Sam Maradintino, And until now, day in and day out, we keep hearing stories from a Christopher, a Sophofor, a pastor for, a prophet for, people who call themselves self-acclaimed bishop and archbishop people. You are the reason why we are where we are today. It is a minus who obisi was support pastor no. Now sebio we do we are. We do we are because say Rashida Mpono onim dia. Onim papa noa was software no wafa Bible no should know better and give direction, proper direction to a year your friend is saying Rashida Black Beauty. Now you see, muna mama enkofo etu edimbonema Christosom ene nyamesom. Because my yamusa we are for my yamusa we fake people. And I mean, you people are fake and not genuine. You are a married man. Sebio. Ufri sebia omba ojere light soup. Ana etwa nsuo na wonum bi mu a. Sebio. Must you take advantage of a poor and a vulnerable girl in our society? Ka wo osofu mpodie. Nka me ehunu se to nsafre ababaawa no mbra wa asori. Na wo ba wa asori a o tithe ne offering a wo gigye. Wodi bia ma ne se me nua baaye. Asori ni bi de na nso ye te se wo social media. Wo so se wo pe insano dwuma no. Ana ya to nsafre wo nti ye offering. Ene ye tithe ene ye gye ye ni kwasiade yi. Ya gigye ni nyina ye de koboa beebi a wo so kosua adwuma no. Ye bepe ya sofofuo mienu miense bia mo madi wachi. No mapa akoboa mo register. Ye sanso de ni bedi akira hwe se what take a friend is saying ensano dwuma no serious ana na wo kina bi se bi wo wie na pon ho a wa be ye nhira e de ama asafo no se adwuma bi du ye no asafo boa wo nti se na wuso anya bia wo de boa obi a no nso se bi wo ni bi e wo man Ghana ana asafo ni. This is how a human being who is rational, who is not somebody who takes advantage of people's things and reason. It is a way you be now support to the was off on the year. But sounds as a woman so watching a view. What for CB Sebu? Wouldn't areas know what for CB so bad bontis or no so, or be young well not or soft being so taking advantage. Say, and Sana Mabuam, I just am two what will still a musa dear. And Sana or soft you so Babwa Rashida no, or see this one in that answer. I mean, come on. And ya dear, yes, so. And my sister pastor no so. And me di pastor no so because ebia of you say bia Rashida ye bono ni ba. And you say bia asante ne bono and in 10 times we asante ne bono fo bi to mane wo mo hunti say Rashida ye bono ni dia ye nya asante fo ye magina nim ne keke bi nkire no say de wo ye no anye ne ye no ya sawo no woton no no yes de wo ye no anye ne ye. And so we busa ho say de osofo no so ye no so aye ne ye ana. Your suffer ye, and no near see a tian, and no near see a man who says you suffer. We only paponini now we wicked, now we evil, taking advantage of people. I said, you see, Kwame educates. You see, these are some of the things ama and a suffer for any dim bonny. Because a jumebiano, ye were a manual and into a Bible no and the basic instruction before leaving it into your software where Jumane said you are what somebody that have to live like Christ-like. It is a reasia now by yes you Christ to Nina Safra also was software which free new man and sem fatam now what the abrabo kunkuno and a diwenim. Na one nante sabro abrabo kronkron so na nipa nyina di adanse ese osofo Elisha de was som nyame na wodi ne huni na sebi wonya basabasa na emom no yobi a wodo nipa eboa nipa adwene nipa so osofo enya wudi ni na wo ya take advantage wa kwada wa ba social media say ewiase nyina mboa no na wonkosua adwuma take advantage we ye wicked na we ye wudi ni. And it's because Our laws and our system, no, is so easy, so weak, and so a friend is saying, I mean, you monitor people like you. We Rwanda, by now, put that prison. Because Paul Kagame and so some kwasiasem way so. O my Ghana penny be so sam kwasiasem way so. O my we pe nembra any sebio mo go against the laws no sebio enundi. Sanketi o memwa where rules and laws are working. Obi te se wo Elisha umbegina bontini embedada Ghana for empo na sebio what take advantage on the young ones. Ebiom matisi ye so di abai we kra one share condom. So they won't pay condom share. So wo yare sa akwada ne wo yare wo sofo de wo so wo pay condom. Adan a wo hu kodu a ye di a na haban no wo ho. Wo sofo adan. Wo sofo adan. Se kodu de ye di a sebio ye hwan ho ye wa free. I mean, these are things that we have to understand. Say, even though in him said Rashida na 18 years and above, and which will be because okay, Sebio when you into no osofu koda. Why should we blame the osofu? Osofu the premises and the purpose how they could dia pardano and a year can once, which is very, very, very bad. We osofu ma usu eno wo ban usu eno usuban no enye pepepe na sebio nyame no a wo sobono no amanfo nso enye de embedi wachi enkosom saa nyame no ene mama nyame soma ye se eye fashion ene mama nyame soma ye se sebio enya konno bie mpo na obi mpo asom nyame why ama nyame som no sisi ekrampo de akwa ye se Yesu Kristo no kra ye som ni ti say na ne sunu ne bantie. This is not how Christ taught his disciples. Adwuma na nya by force. Sebio na adwuma no ntimi a. Now I dey wo dey ato for people a ombetimi aye adwuma no aba be dey aba be. Abushama me acknowledge yenua na obi o ma join yen YouTube Mami Fosua or na Prince Adams and so YouTube Abose Ayiti Sase who say I greet you Jenny Love I greet you. What do you say? Osofo de nka wo kra de ngenim ka missionary for na motaye missionary styles. Osofo we yeso oni Rashida ko hotel yi. Woso ono won pe condom. Ebie mu ono no doggy e na de. Hey, osofo nso de wutimu eden pa. We hunu ababa wo we mmobo. Sa na last yakote se Charles Intim memo akwaba. Sa na last yakote se nkramoni bi nso achi malam bi nso achi maami bi a. Wo di na maami di na friends asema ko friend ebusham fa nche me na. Can you imagine? What are some worker? Malam for ni yebi, a Christo for pastors in su yebi. O maya yetimu, adia sa, just say, ye won't to ye Ghana crooked one way, Timu, Malan, Esoriano pa, no or the Malam, no, or the Dinko for, or soften so Soriano pa, no, the or soften Yamesebano, Azanya Mesemano, no, so the Dinko for. What kind of country are we building? With the Munti? Wakoto not from Bayern, Mala. And you be na Elisha koye no. Woman no be a crook. azafo nkwa and omonam Ghana na meye sofo na media me your sofo na aza for onyame bia mfre wo bia wo moment e be wo wato asase isu no that's all onyame na de wa ba wiase odi ase just Ghana memma na mote Ghana wono edwuma ni wantimu sori a edie anopa ewiane anaju ano edie nkoa uba abroche so antisa o aware bebre ku abroche nyina ne se ye nuanom ba bebre no omunya bindi ya te Ghana edie wunu because edwuma ni wo ye ma light off dia ne bobo ye nya ma light off say pe na just a time for action dogging kwa missionary kwa uko Ghana say ya uko Ghana me se meboa mo de mo samo se meboa youth na ti Ghana no munya adwuma nya o enti wankonom tramo wankope wi bi anhye anase ye nim anaka mo we awo ansa ne benya mpanyimfo ne yenso ye nkwada o wa do na wo pa those days tale ye twen ye friend is saying ye results near ko university enyamba ne nam beach ye boile ene nya papa ka ki bia ne ye dwane ene nya ye wo fa no mo no ye bogus ya no mo sike ye nya omo 4x4 ni bia ne ye de nam krum ye nam eastern region ye de nam central region ye de nam sunyane ne ye de nam tamale dia ya because edwuma bi ni ho school time no so yes ye be ko enti de ye no ane say boiling ne nemu ko foria flowers ne nemu just antise ye friend say ye bie night club bi wo Kumasi ne nam Kiravi ne nam masa it is you Ghana ye nyama light of pair about na my men him say yes accept it girlfriend him say accept it because ye nyam enti madam fo bi on or Japan membo ni din ono awonim ne ho obetwe video ye obesere saa ono ye wo Ghana na de opepa ye light off they need the light off na say ale Johnny and na wo pe light off just say na wo we dey some dem mu ofio ye no ye teacher me ho mu nyama light off na abontin ye timi ri girls no because hono kan ye bie no nti uncompleted ni ye de o mu shem ni aka cho say putu oh my Ghana na ye team no hey Malam or girls free or software girls free what kind of country are we living a chrono credit chrono ye team no cra massa and I me buy no my serious person be can but me too say sometimes oh my nangasa no a comedy channel on Yankupon any so oh my nangasa ye a comedy channel Florence say oh doctor cover is small yeah cover the same Florence mean cover the same my Flory mean cover the same oh me person me cover and sometimes who cover credit ye Tigana ye be say ye na cover my Flory ye cover the same na ye up software kwa kudi ade no ye nka ne say ye be preaching ya kind nice so my Flory so ni ma say ma America no bu call dem mo akwa aba Augustina me mo akwa aba Ghana sa na tie sa and you say Rashida when you are 14 years and on the video better about thing because society near a team no platforms in new one could do some age beer won't be timia to seek for help so they be because you Ghana and you what by pimba for me leaders are own between the ages of 13 14 15 obi me SS na me call I think 15 years or so 15 years we SS 15 na me nyanya 15 16 na me nyanya 16 ana we SS na me bisa me ho se wanya ebusua bi a sebio o twen wa ko SS sebio TV wo fie bebo games obetimi anya playground bi akokọ obenya library bi akokọ na sebio wote se bebre no a ye nuanu bebre no a ye wo nkram kra bi ase a masa what are you going to do? The system must help. But system ye system ye ni eduntina womo branding womo so sofo no. People look up to them for better life. People look up to them as role models. People look up to them, say, oh, these people, womo so no mo ya kronfo womo suban mu. Womo suban ye crook lifestyle. Yeah, na pastor opeso ochiw no real. We have oberiw. Osofo wunya ya oberiw. Kansas, we've been covering far too long. The result is obvious. Sanya de ti o my Ghana mu. John Diago me mo akwa. Sanya de ti o my Ghana ni mu ye de ti. O ekom ana ma Rashida ekom edwuma opeso okosua ho ana pastor na take advantage. And yes, ubeka se na se de ubeka se sebio na de ketwa ne ye de emu wo no emu kika no. Yes, no crap. But I am watching tea and original bontin say ohia oboafo. If not because of failed society and a failed state, I say ka aban ne no okon nchen na aban ne boa. Jenny love Jawa say Uba brochina masa ye kwa adwuma ya so ya hye. Ukwa adwuma mistakes a wo ye no adwuma mu na waso ya hye. What do you see? Who are report to be why so make it say report na so where then within time. What do you see? You are always under pressure to make sure that you perform at work. It will be do fear massa. I didn't cry and me that with tribune possess sebio person will baby. What do you see? But Ghana no it money into sorry and what did they tell you that and the corn. No, the name estate to estate. No, the name get to where someone could get to almost shisa no more far drinning. And far drinning the far and far. That's what Nigel Gazy, Oko Legon, really Legon. No, your teacher, our barracks. Now Nigel Gazy, a teacher, our friends at Bema camp. So I send me boy one brabontin one back. Nigel Gazy. Software pimpemu store. No, your friend is a teacher. Our friend is a computer science. Our friend is a Bema camp. What you say? Papa John Boy, I see today no cover. Florence, no Florence. A man is here. Cover the baby is so kakra. And then the won't find him. Hey, Nigel Gazy share emphasis. Cano sa we really gone. A branch we really gone. Or person that BM, or person that 4x4, person that Mercedes Benz. That ben that obenya sa SK yan koda we yedi tua no their top Benz no adem. I want na power. What didn't want to a friend say? I sorry die. He knows how to speak. He's eloquent. Church is all about being able to speak, having the confidence. Make sure say you can stand in public and speak. It's all about public speech. Church sanity. What do you mean? In the same question, Bible ni mo a. Ebi a me mama sa quotation. Me catch them say Paul or say Paul planted. Apollos watered. Apollo, you can't so be a water there. Na no true. Because Bible now you play with words. Bible no many a times no it play with words. Word play. Our Bible mo pa. Tinyan sembia na okay kan Bible ma o fan literally. It boy a word play. What do I say? Apollos. Paul Jana sorry man. No a dead. It's not the nano fam man or nano fat church members on we are very Apollos and no what here. We are very young. In 2 time no san kofo we mu you see nyame somo no ye wo mu anyame no ye wo mu asabio wo frɛ no eye e frɛ no say calling ma wo mu calling in just nyame na beto ne sa frɛ wo there be you will decide that I want to do this job because my belief and my faith is in Christ. Nyankopon to nsam frɛ wo bi the times anyame frɛ obi de twem Ghana ni bie no anyame afre no one now decide yes or person yes adwuma no ekom ne ahokyere nti obi ni mu ekom ne ahokyere no mo de ye no mo tonton fools e wo railways odi ase osofo a friend is saying apa life mu nyina ekom ne ahokyere Jesus abrantie mu nyina ekom ne ahokyere your friends apreku my daughter odi ewuko me kind those days ayemo na wo manet area wo regimental estate area those days apreku ba because a president bi na eba convoy says sanso edi ekowi eche baby okowu die when wabapo tonkoko apreku na wo tonkoko those days so no tonkoko 1 million that time 1 million the to asase wo teshinu wa and so apreku ko na asore na wo je 1 million kowie chiro hu baby oguko die 419 aza intricacy nkwa. Now you have to understand, say, society near women, a lot of men and women are vulnerable. And as uncle for we didn't know women did do pep girls, some are naughty. Pep girls, some are very naughty and fun. Pep the women Sebio styles nibias me cover who kakra me cover. Pep girls, some are Jackie Chan, who Jackie Chan style. Hey, I will chip you no babe. Easy. Maybe I will condemn and family. So a lot of these people are taking advantage. Sure. You see me also be a young guy, young pastor be or Ghana, maybe pastor be a no UK. Because see that corner sorry. In Kofor. Greetings of her. In Kofor. Sasso for nene we Johnny Abetina Ghana. Me bonidin. We bonidin chabe bow with him say, hey. Samo I had for free UK eba Ghana and for free UK baga bebre no money laundering or the bag Ghana bebre no akrom for bebre no anso mu din kwada no a sofu bia bagana oba yon ba biem oba Ghana won ba biem o ye very popular onim how wa esiesie ye ho onim nyum to onim kasa baba on ba back to UK oba UK ebe chi no airport into ntimi ma. We were radio soon on the story by. We were radio super offer. We were radio soon as software no the story by. Software is so many no. What software is so many didn't come up. What software some ben I'm so software tin kakra kire me. What software bad bay or similar. We were more project 1 and 2 be a million and we project no and I'm see your software. Was software project here. Easy. Hey, me say osofo no hwe nkwada bi wo krum ha ehwe ne church members ne eye friend saying ne singers worry singers no bi e maame kra ka ho osofo worry singers for ne maame ne mu bi are young girls 14 15 worry wo mo wa Jackie Chan star you can see the girls some mouth Jackie Chan shit wo me mouth Jackie Chan wo pe Rambo star you be mouth bi Odia to na missionary ni Caesars now they walk can now they no na only na doggy. Sure. Asa jai. And kwada no the word they never done microphone. Yes, someone will say yes. Osafo no be si ne wo ma bi waka. Ko real wrong meat. Young girl no 15 years. Na dia ne be ma wo kra ba kwako. Na member ni bi mutumu esum dodo. Edi ne be ma wakọ dwene akwada o ye under age wo betumi wo no ayeye akwada asebi oni na ase wo horo oso osofo utimu adinti because akwada no ejina ne ho gina ho te se maami panyin ene okore no Adams no akwa aba eno edi say okore ne pe YouTube for Umbomodian subscribing me YouTube Dr. Ren TV Abomodian subscribing na yenko. Charlie Edmond Michel. Masa, me see what software no mama software Ghana ni software UK. Who call the church ni pardon. young guy. Again, now we hear we hear more effect. We hear what the ope bia. Again, the Bama when near call be so, or in the singers, no, bear me a new mammy. The singers, or no one gasa you Jimmy Wapapa, or no one singers, or remove me a new mammy. Every year, every young girls need and what I sorry them wo. I sorry them wo pastor's office. No, I reward. And they are saying, what kind of society are we building? Me see, Ghana problems is because we have fake pastors, fake Christians, fake people labeling themselves as Christians. We are conforming with for Ghana problem. Media Makabla said, I greet you. Our problems, no. And morals, no way. Two morals, not two. Ethics, no way. Two. When you're Christian, you are for Christ. When you moment, because you're Christian, you are ordinary because when you will be at his own when you will be. But Christianity comes with ethics, it comes with morals, it comes with standards. And if you're a pastor, you must respect those standards. We are expecting him to live with the standard of as a president. Into a kasana ni kasanya. We hold him accountable. Sana wo Christo ni aufra pastor. You have a certain standards in life. You have ethics to follow. You have some moral standard. And say, what did this one? Sorry, and then we will tell. There could be a more chapters. What kind of society are we building? That is the reason why the church, the church in Japan, Japan, call Japan, ye kunkum asofu from paying for 4194 and people did not want to even associate themselves with church anymore in Japan. Today, Buddhism, Shintoism, and Ajidin Japan. Because of the behavior, the characteristics of the so-called people calling themselves men of God. But this year, people will attack the church and the pastors. This year is accountability year for churches and pastors. In tomorrow, you fake churches, no, you will be attacked by the truth sayers. You will be attacked. People will come after your lives because mun cannot crack, mun didn't crack. Must say a busia, must say if ye, must say your mind Ghana. Wouldn't chichemuba, wouldn't papemuba. Look at the behavior of Owusu Bempa Nanubi. Say, me who say a friend is saying Chief Imam Bewu. What do I say? And these are the things that you people understand. As for our women, dear, Obabie no obeka so ni feelings so. Upa brochra the reason why our real baby no egunu because be man be free adwuma ba no wa bre na be man no akọ yem car washing wa wash car ma chale masa. You did there. You did there. Akọ bo adwuma wo friend is saying a friend is saying warehouse. Masa, easy o. Hey, now those days, na masa, who throw exams na masa, who hours kakre bi pe na betimi aye, untimi nye bebre. Kakra na abaye na kwa ye adwuma offices bi no, na kwa bob warehouse ahye. Na kwa boy adwuma ha, masa jai. Ono bebe fie no kra adwa wo friend kra na ne bo afu. Adwa bag na enya adwuma, be dem enwa adwuma. Madam will be Nana or a pilot on those days they quite Nana. Hey, life in a butchery. Nana, we know you na. Hey, Nana. Nana story of Abrantia by UK. Fresh boy, Ghana, Sika will fear, Papa will fear, Sika will fear. Nana, and easy. Nana, but school. Nana school I woke. Nana Shimukwe and Nana so pebroni. na kunya bronia chale egwedu mrebe na chese sika na free cedis ebe saba pounds no aya na edile kakra nti ese na bo adwuma ti na bo adwuma no a na ode ade ode support school fees na we na kofa girl broni pasa na say ye pon adwuma na say ye ba abontia ne girlfriend be hia no a na wa to red bull na wa to red bull bebe miensa broni ni nye bie ni car no ana watoto red wat ansa na obebie car no crazy for no wato red bull ni de ama na so na ebie so na aka no wotwi mu edwuma ne de obeye na abedaji obie red bull na no edwuma ne de meye na medaji pa sha because obroni ni person okono function wo bedroom sha edidie ni tata na mana na jai o man nsa so sha aware bebra egu abrochire because empemu agro mema ne bekwa adwuma ebeba na ya bre tiasie ebra adwuma ne nyina ne se uye adwuma o eyo mentally cry no eye one of the hardest and tedious job tiasie eti most of times no yimu bi no ayewo abrochire edie no ye de no once ne wa bi no wa prepare no we di kakra na wani age now they are to aso but Ghana no adwuma ni wonti a lot of people take advantage of the people a woman nya adwuma woman ni oboafo woman ni sebio obi a obetimi aboa wo now you see abrabo na ayebo no kai hu say abrochire no adwuma wo ho nti utimi sori ana panya adwuma ni biye nti Ghana no se woni adwuma no a ese wonya oboafo a obeboa wenya boafo bi a obeboa wa wo bre that is the reality of life womu kra sebi omunya aboafo boa wo mu kra no they still struggle obi ho tunya boafo the first business enkoye the second enkoye o se kwa me despite no mo try wo Nigeria amfa ko try wo baby bebre amfa omu twetwa nnua tonton ya amfa ansa no mo na ese so mo tonton ka set 25 so it's not easy say obi ti say sebio nnua no mo ma ne bi wo ha o ma dwuma first second emfa still on because so mo wa besre abrabo and then funny face or stress lady because on also the ene wo mu ana tifem abodam kakra bem what you say the mu eschi so the most important thing is so bi ba bontino so ohia moa wa wo boa no boa ni bi so wuntimi boa no don't take advantage of people like to say Rashida Black Beauty. You know, say Rashida Monsono, and I will use this point as a point of contact. Pardon me, Emma Manu Monso to say Rashida. Monso I am Moya Moteto. Bibi 1 minute to be a young conqueror. I am also moon control Munkakra. I am also moon control Munkakra. Rashida Mo, moon control Munkakra. Na Madiano, a sombo. Be kakra 1 minute to be an amobiaso. Kakra 1 minute to be an match home. Kakra 2 minutes be an amafe and also a day. 1 minute to be this a mo 1 minute to be this a mo be and also so cry no be just say mentias you. Some of you know your problem. Go through a friend is a counseling. Seek for help. Call hospitals. You can seek for assistance. You can seek for help. You can go and see your MPs. Seek for help. Seek for help. Medically, seek for help. So sebio media 1 minute to be metna this me ba me name abana kokko o fancha me. What you say? Kakra me sex drive no was through too much. So when now sex drive no was through too much. Only be maybe chale worry nothing about ko. What you say? Because Ghana man I said there who got TikTok yeah who they correct TikTok but young girls they almost a dear come just who got TikTok they yay market just say yeah send here to any chaskele ken chaskele ye ton don't come adoma daso ye bomu se ya eja is kasil eno ana obeti just ye bo adoma ni se ya ni ye ton wo a friend say TikTok ya ni exchange numbers ya na cha kana branch no so no adwuma ni ho akosha ghetto we nya 1 row bi ahye we nya 2 rows bi ahye what you say into oba no so make you available. Hey, it is cartel no cha. Enti yenu no ma no so. Mo so mmomode a wo na se eye problem a bili se eno no bili no kakra pese oba wo nem kakra pese o de ofre ube ho kakra pese eno no you have to speak to mama phone pay inform wo ekrom ho know who to speak to. Sisterhood muntie ti ase kakra medi kakra bedi eduane bi kakra bedi and also motion here because at the end of the day no and yare adoso etinye enye se bi ode bia na bili e wo so apese wo pese onso fa taste mo hwe ne ye nuan mo mba no ti ase se bili wo so a hwe ne ye o ti ase ye nuan mo ma no se bili wo so a hwe ne ye because yare adoso one hwe ne ya the last man I only be that will be your last life, will lead you to death. Tie nuanom ma no a mo ba mbɔ doctor ren video no ye ka yesre yesua bibi wom ye ka no a yesre yesua bibi wom se gbili wo so a bomodian seek for help. What you say unemployment no enim say they say the devil finds work for the idle hand. Unya adwuma yenim problem no trouble wo ho yenim osofu bi ka kira so wuni adwuma no osofu bi fro se hia no hotel ka kira so osofu me ba internet nsa me be srem moa wuni bi ma me a hotel mwani ho enye hotel ana ade mbekọ why you real why you a very a friend say we are genuine so person oboa me we are really truthful and honest so person oboa me a osofu enye hotel na yenkohia me nuanom ma me ne mo kasa muntie between the ages of 18, 25, 27 muntie. These are the things we have to understand. Society near team na chere wom and na chere na wom. A man for take advantage wa chere no and omode kwada no. And I know it. Especially when you cut to say baby to say spin test ni money a friend say new town Mamobi Sukura Jamestown. What I say odododio those areas Teshi Nunga those areas no are more cosmopolitan. Aho wofo bebre no awo awo bebre fo no atete wo alatafo bebre gu wo wuti ase amang franfrofo bebre na bakro ni benin fo bebre Cameroon fo bebre wo sankro ni anhwe ne obi de yare aba beboa no ode ama no okọ anhwe ne obi de use for sacrifice sa saka we ni 419 ya man for ye people can use you to sacrifice for them to get more money tie nuanom man obi uba bontene se wo hia moa no obi ka kire so obeboa na hia me ha o kwa woni nkofo be 4 5 woni omonko woni area girls monko osofo ka kire so hia me hotel a enye hotel ni hia yetumi hia shopping mall obetumi hia na a friend is saying eat some place baby abetumi atena se madidi wodi ne moa na opeso ode boa na ode boa waje osu kwa moa no make sure say obehwe sa moa no so ye. Now they are bibia edim faso beba no watchine bo amegina ntintan so amba besresre to say the Ghana president enam a wosreshe sika wa manone no. These are things we need to learn. Sometimes we have to learn the hard way. Enye bibia na ye soft, enye bibia na ye easy. U penny easy dia enye mi nua be beton ni pedua no. Ena woni pedua no so a wo ton no amanfo nso bewe more now, man for you, people are depositing a lot of spirits into you. What you say? See, the man here now a man for a kukaton, a man for a year friend is saying a year standard tone, speech at tone. Now for the baby dinner tone. I say, these kind of behaviors and attitude, say it comes with discipline. Discipline yourself. This is what I want to leave you with. And someone no kind discipline. In life, discipline yourself. Because if you don't discipline yourself as a man, you will allow your erection to change your direction. Now listen to me, men. If we don't discipline ourselves, we will allow our erection to change our direction. Now let me share with you my own personal life story here in London. Years ago, I went out, had fun in the evening, and I was coming. And I'm a man who loves life, and I work hard. I don't joke with my family. I don't joke with my family. And I know myself. So I know I will drink 1, 2, 3, so no need to drive. So I like to use the public transport. I learned this from one godfather who is a member of Lord in this country. So I learned it. Now, but Jimmy, me and friends met somewhere. Now, ya pop him. And I'm sure, let me take public transport. Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this very well. I took public transport. I was on the train. Now, there comes these young girls, beautiful girls. Now, I was already in my moment as a man. So I sat quiet. I put on my earpiece and I was just listening to some nice lovers rock on the train from my place to the city, Emuchi. You could do baby, I do. I got off at my station. Then these young girls, and so ABC were my station. Now, where I was going after the free station, I had to take a cab to my house. Now, I had a call, so I stood somewhere and I was talking. Obviously, me now phone be beside me, so my do fear and I do. So they were checking up on me. Now make country so Charlie, do you nana, do you na car cry. After I maybe fat car back coffee. Listen to this. There was this young girl who approached me. Ghana and Kwadana ya wo hanibi. Obviously, no be a chicha, no be a kama. You say, me a young guy, ordinarily that would be my taste. Me a young guy, that would be my taste. And the young girl was telling me if I want to have fun. And quickly, the discipline in me, I just spoke Chi. So I'm found Quasia, some free meniswa. But the Messabe bones when you so I was just saying it in Chi. They may come in Chi. No, he said, or a gun in the aquada. Then she shouted, "Hey, uncle, is that how you are?" Then I said to the girl, "Don't uncle me." Now, obviously, me be far down for as a young girl, and I had to give her advice. Say she should not allow how tipsy she feels this night to lead her to sleep with a man I own. Now, it comes with discipline. Brothers and sisters, it's not easy. But in this life, you cannot be a dog to follow everything that is in a skirt. Sebio. You cannot also say Sebio your banti. I also be like Sebio. Ojanfun. Na bibia mama menaso. Na mama obi ehwe amase. Tiebie. In life, if you want to go far, you got to be disciplined. Now, the purpose and reason why as Africans, we've not achieved what we have to achieve is because we are not disciplined. And that is the reason why you see a pastor disgracing himself. Because if he was a disciplined pastor, he will know the ethics of his job. He will know the standards of his job. He will know what comes with the job. That men ought to be disciplined. Because if you are not disciplined, you allow your erection to change your direction. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, and in this society where we live in, where social media is teaching us that we should want everything now and today, and that if we don't want it now and today, society will shame us. Because me sure say papa no na they say, oh, abawa we me na nda kro be kwa ko gina bontin say me hu ni wo. Mane nkonka say wo hu ni wo, but you are disciplined. Because one day, a day I won't pursue a day woman. Don't also teach yourself. Don't also engage yourself into it. And that is the reason why they are software. Because temptations are there. Temptations are there. That is why the Bible says, lead us not into temptation. Lead us not into temptation. No, that means to say there were people that would tempt you. But if you are a disciplined person, no matter the temptation, you will rise above the temptation. And once you rise above the temptation, you will earn respect in the society that you come from. You see, I have said one thing, that the reason why we praise men that comes from the East and West, men that lives in America, Europe, men that lives in China, we respect them so much, not because of anything, but because when they come back home with the goodies, they come back home with the cars, build houses, not because of anything. No. They were once upon a time disciplined men. They had to discipline themselves and wake up in the morning and go to job. They had to discipline themselves and say that, look, even though I can go and spend this money in a nightclub and have fun, I'm able to sacrifice my test for the nightclub and also make sure that I save and purchase a land somewhere in my village or buy a house somewhere in the country I live. It comes with discipline. Ghanaians are not disciplined. Majority of us as Ghanaians are not disciplined. And that is why we don't get what we ought to get. That is why we've not been able to achieve what we have to achieve. We are not disciplined. So discipline, it means that intentionally, certain things that you think will give you the joy, the 10 seconds joy. So madam because the feeling of a man who by 5 minutes so where you now feel active when this now Busan say adena me mama adena me yes what you say dear Busan, don't be like Prophet Elisha. He knew what he wanted to go and do. Now opeso okori abaywa. Not the intention and the purpose. They say, Abaywa, Yenshia Hotel, na me real. Abaywa no so I'm so work bili I want the sunti. And I'm saying I say, I want the dokum. Na sebu na say any denti. Sebu. Ono so hunu say we dey say ye easy o. After message sika e dey akosuan sa adwuma. Ababa wa ne dey mintumi blame ne too much. Aho kire etumi ma nipa ye nneoma bia ensem fata. You need to be able to discipline yourself because when maybe also HIV, AIDS, then also I cut your life short. And no cry the yaria bonny baby brewa, and no crano, ubesa wo yaria crown. And easy. And guasia ubeji. So sometimes we also have to understand, say, we have to be disciplined. Discipline ourselves. You have to speak to our brothers and sisters. Unia baby, maybe I will form any a man income. Irresponsible parenting, Dawson or Ghana. Irresponsible fatherhood, Dawson or Ghana. Irresponsible motherhood, Dawson or Ghana. And a motherhood be brino, I saw me a discipline. Woman that's not TikTok, Ajana 1, Ajana 2. Woman a TikTok, you may pull to Fimu, Biemu, Chamame Fasande me, Mamma Shakakre, Behu, woman a TikTok, or Moya San, your Maboni. We have to understand, say, in life, they tell you, say, education is key to success. I came here this evening to tell you that if you want life's blessing, you have to be disciplined, because discipline is the key of life. If you are disciplined, then you may be but say, no, this one is not needed, because you are purposeful driven in life. You are purposeful driven in life. So, ladies and gentlemen, today's text, today's Bible quotation that I brought, and no, I'm the may catch us the gospel according to Dr. Ren Politis. This week, remember to be disciplined. Discipline yourself. There is no blessings that somebody can give you than you yourself disciplining yourself. Because at the end of the day, that discipline will bring you glory. That discipline will bring you all the goodness that you need. We have to learn to say no. We have to learn to say no. And now that saying no does not mean say you are weak. Does not mean say you wouldn't be. It means you know what you want, and that you are willing and ready to wait for something which is better than what somebody is offering you. And and I see it to me share also. Rashida doesn't know how to say no. The pressures of life sometimes can lead us into temptation, but we have to learn to say no and discipline ourselves. It is all because, you see, in a society today, in Ghana especially, we don't have those role models many role models that we can look up to and say, once upon a time, this man, this woman was disciplined. And this is why I encourage that people are most more brutal. It's about time. It's about time. Also, you do our country people the best by providing platforms. Platforms that will educate, platforms that will support, platforms that will encourage, platforms that will be able to nurture our young girls to be able to be better people in society. And so you women can also know and understand what some of our young girls go through. We are bononi, ufri bono. Eje de bia na audio platform beba betna Facebook ni, TikTok ni we didn't call for water. And they wouldn't a friend is a bononi. We are Zemani, we are bay a bononi. We are the God to new bay a bononi. These are times where we all have to reach out and use our platforms to help people like the Rashidas and the rest, so that at the end of the day, men who are wicked and evil will not be able to take advantage of them. Ladies and gentlemen, if Ghana is going to be built, it's going to be built by you and I. And it is up to you and I for us to help our brothers and sisters so that the things that we went through, they will also not go through. Now, I'll leave you with this. A year, Ghana Blasters, former captain, Asamoah Gyan. It was an assembly. So, Asamoah, we are seeing our buy. Name one person. Asamoah Gyan kind. It's something that all of us have to also learn from. See, one person will be a body dear one. Ninia Bafo Jan. Obuano or quite benso. And near my Bafo Fe Muno. Pese Asamoah Gyan Befemuntino. Or man good advice. Or trade no. O leadi no. Emma na quanchre no. Emma ne faso. And into mistakes are Bafo Jan ye. No Asamoah Gyan was able to avoid all the mistakes. And the DNA so no was casting in Yanua is because the brother gave him the best advice, assistance, the help, said also instruction. I have said to many people, especially when we go for, our school meetings, I've always tell people, say, yes, it's good for us to be building houses and schools, other things for our schools, our amateur schools, but it's also time for us to also go back to the communities and the schools that we come from and start giving one-on-one personal life, teachings to our brothers and sisters, giving them the advice, because a lot of these teenagers, a lot of these people who are below 18, And even those that are above 18 to the age of 25, 27, many a times, who speaks to them, who advises them, who tells them that if you do A, B, C, D, there will be a blessings awaiting for you. Who will tell them that let's do 1, 2, 3, shun from A, B, C, D, because 1, 2, 3 will lead you into prosperity. 1, 2, 3 will lead you into troubles. 1, 2, 3, the offer swap, these are some of the things that I believe said, who or any platform, on social media, let's use it to also bless our people. It's not always about sending money. It's not always about building houses. It's not always about sending cars. Sometimes we need to also speak to our people. Let's use our life to tell our people and speak to them, and they will understand that this social media is trying to teach us that we should want everything today. Sometimes, and essay are a factor. Thank you so much for enjoying today's service. Have a blessed week. Be good. Keep your head up and believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and picture yourself how you want to be and work towards it. Have a good week. Assalamu alaikum.